Hey everyone, how's it going? I thought I would just share with you guys possibly one of the best litter box systems for cats that I've come across. Just recently my cat has been diagnosed with diabetes, and because of that he was going to the washroom quite often, urinating. And what I found was when the cat was going to the traditional clay litter, the whole litter would be soiled from the liquid, as well as the clay would stick to his paws, so much so that the cat was just not able to remove the clay or the clumping anymore, and was walking around the house with clay in his paws. And you know, I had to vacuum the house every night, and every night before he'd go to bed I'd have to give him a bath, just to try to clean away some of the clumped up clay built in around his paws. So this new system here, not only is it clean and odor free, it's extremely inexpensive. Right now, this litter box that I'm showing you right now, I've had it going for about a month. So you could typically have it running for about 2 weeks to a month. Depends on how much you want to manage at the end, and I'm going to show you that later on in the video. But what I did was I converted a sifting litter box with, I guess you'd call it like a travel tote. And what I did was I just traced the litter box around the tote lid, cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and was able to press fit it in, so when the cat jumps in the litter box it doesn't sink into the compartment below. So the reason why I call it a system is because you have the litter box. We use wood pellets, and then all the liquid and the dust that I'll show you afterwards falls through the grates, because this is a sifting litter box, onto the liner that I have in the Rubbermaid container. So let me show you what all this looks like. This litter box has not been touched yet, so I'm going to show you what the process looks like cleaning this litter box, how easy it is, and ultimately how much money this is going to end up saving you in the long run by converting your existing litter box to this style of litter box. Alright, here it goes. Okay, so first what I do here is I grab my scoop and I just go down and I use it to sift and pick up any solids that may be there, like that. So traditionally that's what you'd use your clay litter box for, it'd clump all these together, but because this is just sitting on top of wood chips or wood pellets and dust, it just comes off. So that's that. I have a little green bin beside me that I can just throw the poo in, and what we have left is these wood pellets. See if I can zoom in a bit too. But these wood pellets, and as soon as they get wet, they'll turn to sawdust. And what I'll do is I'll move the wood pellets so you can see the grate system that I have underneath. So all I do is I take my scoop and I sift through the pellets, and naturally all the sawdust is all gonna fall through the grates that I have here. so you can see that through all that sifting, now we're left, we have no more sawdust left. We just have pellets, and what I'll do is I'll just take my scoop and I'll top it up, because what I want to do is I want to have just a thin layer of pellets over top so I don't see any of the grates. What this will do is it will prevent any smells or odors from coming into the room, because the wood pellets give off a natural smell. This is how they look. Just like that. So. Just mix it around. Now normally that litter box right there would be good to go. I'd love to put everything away. The cat would go there and enjoy a nice clean litter box. But also part of this video, I have to empty the litter box too now. So the bottom compartment I'm going to have to empty. So I'm going to show you how I do that as well. But before I do that, what I'm going to show you is the type or the brand of wood pellets I use, and you'll be surprised in how much cheaper it is for a bag of pellets versus a bag of kitty litter. And you saw right there just how little I used. Yeah, so I went to a Tractor Supply Center that specializes in farm animals and feeding and supplies, and I got high performance premium horse and stable bedding wood pellets, and they're softwood pellets. This was a 35-pound bag, and it cost me about $9. I bought this maybe about 2.5 months ago, and I haven't even made a dent in it, because, well, every day I empty the litter box, and maybe once a week, or maybe about twice a week, I have to add maybe a half a scoop of pellets just to get a nice covering. So I mean, this bag here for $9 is probably going to last me half a year. And the other part to this system are these right here. So these are canine training pads. For this system, I'm using the extra large dog pads, but they're leak proof with adhesive tabs, and they're naturally, or they have odor neutralizers. And so what I do is I line the inside of this Rubbermaid container with one of these, so that way when I sweep through all the sawdust, it lands on the pee pad, and then all I have to do is I fold up the corners of the pee pad and I dispose of it in my green bin, and that's all it is to it. So let's get started and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so now to get started with this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unclip the top of the Tupperware, and what will happen is the Tupperware and the whole litter box system will come up, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it on the gray container just to keep it up off the ground, and then I'll show you what the inside of the canine pad looks like. So you can see that almost all of it has been supported inside the pee pad. So now all I have to do is grab each of the four corners, lift them up, and put them in the green bin, and then just replace it with the new dog pee pad. Alright, so now that I have the this Rubbermaid container emptied and cleaned out, and what I did was I just gave it a quick little rinse, just because I noticed that on some of the sides they weren't really supported. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to support them with some Scotch tape this time. But for the most part, everything just came out in one go. There was just a little bit of moist wood chips that kind of fell off the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reline this Rubbermaid container with a new puppy pad, and then reset in the litter box, and we should be good to go. Alright, so what I did here was I just lined this Rubbermaid container with a brand new pee pad, and what I did was I just used some regular Scotch tape and just taped down a few of the edges, just because on the last one some of the edges fell down and I got some moist wet sawdust that fell on the outside of the pad. It's not very desirable. So now that everything's all set in place, everything's nice and secure, what I can do is I can lift up this the top here. So the whole top and litter box will all lift off, and I can place it right back on, lock it in place, and there you have it. I'm really glad I switched to this new litter box system, because especially when the cat first got diagnosed with diabetes, he was urinating quite a lot, and I was spending a substantial amount on litter box clay, whether it be from the regular grocery store or even going to Costco. It was just every week I had to buy a new box. So I hope this helps. Thanks. Take care.